Hey guys, Drew DeVree here at Freedom Fitness. I'm going to take you through a quick 3-minute workout. You can do this at home. This is called my flat belly formula for your tummy here. Get this thing nice and tight. This little routine will take an inch off your waist in a month just by doing this routine alone. What it's going to do is it's going to train your core muscles to pull in tight and hold everything in. So just like if I was to tell you to, hey, suck it in, those muscles you're using, we're gonna work those right now, okay? We're gonna train them to suck in all the time. All right, so if you're ready to go, so am I. So you're gonna need a broomstick. This is a PVC pipe, right? But you can get one of these if you want, or just a broomstick is fine. What you're gonna do with this is you're gonna put it on your shoulders just like so. Your feet are about hip width apart. And then what you're gonna do is, like I was saying a minute ago when I was telling you about, sucking it in, pull your belly button towards your spine so you're nice and tight, and then kind of like flex your abs. So basically, if you've ever done a crunch before, kind of like just flex your abs a little bit. And if you're not sure how to flex your abs, if you just pull your belly button towards your spine, you're flexing your abs somewhat, okay? So that works, okay? So pull the belly button in, flex your abs, and then start doing torso twists, just like so. What this is gonna do is you'll feel it working through your stomach. Now you'll notice that you're doing it wrong if you have a very big range of motion and you can't really feel your stomach muscles working, okay? You don't want to do it like that. That's bad on your spine, because you're gonna do this for a whole minute, so 60 seconds worth. So pull your belly button in, flex your abs, torso twist, okay? Just like so. Notice how restricted my range of motion is when my abs are tight. I can't even get all the way to here, really. When I loosen my abs, I can go all the way across my body. And that's the sheer force on your spine rotating over and over again isn't going to be that good, because I want you to do this real routine every single day. Okay, that's exercise number 1 for a minute. Second exercise you're going to do is a plank. This is not just your ordinary plank. A lot of times when you're doing a plank, your lower back will kind of like arch down towards the ground, which is, a wrong way to do a plank. Your back is in a neutral spine position, that's fine. But what I want you to do is what's kind of like a scared cat position, like this, where you're actually rounding your back up. And you can do that in a plank. So what you're gonna do when you do this is, in order to get the feeling of this, don't just start on your toes here. I want you to actually start with your knees down, and then you're going to flex your abs, tuck your tailbone down, and round your lower back up. Like this, okay? So once again, pulling the belly button towards the spine, and then push your lower back to the ceiling, just like that, okay? Most of you will just do this with your knees on the ground. Some of you will have a strong enough core to be able to do this in this position, but you're gonna do this for an entire minute. So if you're really pushing it on this one, and you're really flexing, and you start on your toes, maybe you can only make it for 30 seconds until you have to put your knees down, because the important thing here on this plank is to not lose form. It's a very specific form in order to work your core muscles the way we want it to have it, so that it pulls your stomach in tight, okay? So do it with the right form. If your back starts to sag, if you're doing this here, and you're doing it on your toes and your lower back is up, and then you can kind of feel it, your core is giving out and your back's starting to sag, put your knees down, push it back up. And if you can't even do it for a full minute like that, come up on your hands, so kind of a high plank position, and then push your lower back up in the full scared cat position here. So you can even do this. This is probably the easiest way to do this is right here. Pull your belly button to your spine, push your lower back up to the ceiling. Okay? This is the easiest way to do this one. So you saw the hardest way to do it all the way down to the easiest. Now, the last exercise you're going to do for an entire minute as well. This one is going to actually, this one will do the most to build your abdomen wall. So make this muscle strong. This is called a stretch crunch. So what you do is you're going to lie flat, just like this. Ideally, you would have your arms and legs off the ground. You'll stretch between your fingertips and your toes, and then you're going to tuck in as tight as you can to this double crunch. So your elbows are pulling, or your knees are pulling towards your head, your elbows are pulling towards your feet, okay? So the tailbone kind of picks up, shoulder blades pick up, and you're tucked in nice and tight. And then you're going to stretch out again between your fingertips and your toes as best as you can, and then tuck it in tight. Okay, you're doing this for a whole minute. So if you can do one with your arms and legs off the ground, great. If the second time you go out and you're like, oh, that's totally fine. Still stretch, even though your feet are on the ground and maybe your hands are on the ground too, that's fine. Stretch and then pull in, even if you're dragging your heels, pull in and tuck as best as you can. And do it for a whole minute. If you have to like slowly take a few breaths, stretch, and then it doesn't matter. Your speed is not what matters. Matters is that you're doing them right and you're making it through the whole minute. Okay? That's the 3-minute routine that you're gonna do every day. And it's gonna train your core to pull in tight all the time. You'll notice in the first week that it's paying off. Everything's feeling tight, it's pulling in, and people will say, hey, have you been losing weight? This is an amazing little trick to help you lose weight off your midsection, to make your waistline smaller, just by doing these 3 simple exercises. All right, so there you go. That's what you needed. I want you to do it every day. Let's see some results. All right.